What is up, Scentsy fans? Or I like to say brick fans because I'm doing my brick video. My brick video for the past 3 months. Now, I actually have 5 empties, 3 I worked on, and 1 that I didn't do anything with. So let's talk about the one I didn't do anything with, and we'll put it aside. It's Scentsy As You. I'm just going to say I love this one, and that's probably why I didn't melt any, because I hoard it. I do have one other brick, but this is so good. So I'm going to put this aside probably till the spring. Love it. Anyway, so good. So fruity. If you like ruby nectarine, you might like that. All right, let's talk about the ones I finished off. I'll work quickly through these. Forever Flannel. This is empty, so I'll put a picture here of where I was now that I'm empty. I believe the notes on this, there's lavender, there's bergamot, and sandalwood maybe? This is really nice, but you gotta load up the warmers to smell it. At least I do. So I would repurchase that now that I know how it best works for me. And by loading up the warmers, I do get extended performance versus what I would think I would normally get, okay? So I have, from the summer months, I've finished off a summer berry melon. So this is empty. I'll put a starting picture up here. The notes on that are cassava melon, which I'm not really sure what that is, but I picture like a whitish skinned melon. And then there's strawberries, raspberries, and pineapple. And as time goes on, it's a little bit too, I don't know. It's a little bit too something. Let me just smell it again. Sorry, it's going to be noisy. It's almost too tangy or something. I'm not sure. Maybe it's the pineapple that's coming out. From Ramona, I finished off her brick of iridescent. This was the 50th Walt Disney World celebratory brick. And the notes on this are cedarwood, citrus, peony, and apple blossom. And it's a sophisticated scent. Performs like, it's a really pretty pink wax. So here's my empty, and I'll bring this down. I'll put a picture where it was. It's a really pretty pink wax. It reminds me almost like the colors of like a, I don't know, like a young lady, like a cream and the dusty rose, and it seems like it's kind of in right now. But Erica really likes that scent. So would I repurchase it? Probably not, but I would say performance is really good. I have pink apple and nectarine. So this one is also finished. So I'll put a picture of where I was before I finished it. So I think the notes on pink apple and nectarine, I'm going by memory. I looked them up earlier this morning. It's pink apple, golden nectarine, wild poppies, and sugarcane, some sort of sugarcane. But that one is almost like a body care fruity scent, really nice. I have one other brick, so I'm good with that. And lastly, I finished off a brick of sugar cookie from 2023. So this is empty. I'll put where I was before. That has butter, sugar, and creamy vanilla. It's a light to medium bakery, but if you warm it in a spot that doesn't have a lot of scents, it performs very well. Like if I warm this at work, you can smell it like very strongly because my work is kind of scent free, except for when I'm there certain days of the week and other people aren't there. I kind of break the rules and melt wax. Speaking of being at work, I have a mini warmer that's terrible. It's the blackberry mini warmer. If you have that, it doesn't get very hot. And I have 1 cube of sweet pea and vanilla, and I've probably used that like 4 times. And I just I might put it on for 7 hours and then unplug it and put it away. And I've probably done that for a while. So I really should change it up, but it still has a lot of scent. You can still smell it. So I have 3 other bricks that I worked on. The first one is SFR 2023 Reflections. And I don't have the notes on this, but isn't that pretty brick design? And it also has sparkles, which is rare. The other Scentsy As You brick had sparkles. This is a little messy, but you can see the sparkles there. So I'm not really big into sparkles, but I think it's fun to switch things up every once in a while. And I don't have the notes on this, but to me, I think it maybe has lychee or lychee. I think it maybe has almost like a little bit of a waxy vanilla strawberry. I don't know. That's what I get the most of. Maybe a touch of pineapple. I'm not sure what this has in it, but that's just a guess. Very light on pineapple, but maybe that's in there. I don't know. That's a guess. Maybe I should talk to Scentsy and ask them, because no one has any idea what the notes are on that one. So I did work on 2. That was full to start, so I won't include a picture. All right, so the next 2 are the dreaded tree bricks. I do not like the tree bricks. If you want to see a picture of the wax cube equivalent of a bar breakdown of these, I have an image of this plus a traditional style brick on my Instagram. I didn't put it on YouTube because when I try to put the picture on it, it starts cutting off some of the part of the tree. So I have to figure out a way to format it so that it will all show up. And I'm just too lazy to do that right now. So if you have Instagram, go over to Instagram. Maybe what I'll do is I'll tag them at the end of this video. And if you want, you can take a screenshot. I'll put each one for a few seconds and you can take a screenshot because it does help you. And I don't put every cube because it's kind of like a mirror image type thing. Okay, so let's move on. This is salted caramel cider. And this was from last year's brick collection. And here's where I am. And I'll put a picture up here maybe of where I was. So I think I worked on some of this row. And this is not my favorite salted caramel or cider scent. I think there's molasses in here that maybe just doesn't go with the other notes for me. So it is a medium to medium plus performer. But I will work through the rest. It's a catalog scent now, so you can get this in catalog as a regular bar size. It's just not one that I'm going to repurchase anymore once I've finished. And in fact, I think it might mix a little bit better for me. So in the future, I might mix with this, like with a sugar cookie or vanilla bean buttercream. All right, the last one I worked on was Orange Spice and Everything Nice. This was from 2023's brick release, I believe. And this was the first year they brought out the trees. And I finished quite a bit. Like I did work on quite a bit of this one. So I warmed this mostly in my open area. I think I warmed it maybe 2 to 3 times. So it's okay. It's like an orange tea with like some mulling spices. It's okay. I think it's okay. There's other ones I prefer, but yeah, that's where I'm at. If you want me to do another video, I can do another one in December. So maybe what I'll do is I did grab some that I'm going to work on in December, and I'll just show you my plans. If you want a video, that way you'll kind of know what I'm working on. I'm working on some 17, 18, 19, and 20 wax. Yes, I know. No judgment here. We have cinnamon chai latte I'm going to be working on. My goal is to finish this one because I have 3 others to go, I think. I'm going to I really want to finish this because this is in the catalog. Why am I holding on to it? It just takes me a while because it performs well. Like it's a long-lasting performer at about a medium light. So that is Silver Bells. I finished 4 cubes so far, so I'm going to push hard to work on this. I'm going to load my room up. I'm going to load Erica's room up. I'm going to load the main space up. I'm just going to work hard to get through it. I also have, oh, and by the way, the notes on that, they're like minty candy cane, pear, caramel sugar, vanilla sugar, that kind of thing. We have Christmas Cottage, which is Valencia oranges, raspberries, cloves, and spices, but there's red hot cinnamon in here for me. And I'm okay with red hot cinnamon, and the other thing about this one, for me, it doesn't last very long at about a medium. So I should be able to get through a fair amount of this, hopefully finish it. The next one I find very strong for me personally. It is Cranberry and Tinsel. This is from 2018. I've got 9 cubes left. The notes on this are mulled cranberry, Siberian fir needle, cedarwood. This is strong. It's a heavy scent. It's a heavy cranberry spice scent. Woo. Very woodsy over time, so I can smell a lot of that fir needle. That one I might not be able to finish this year because I just don't think I can. Candy Cane Wishes, it's a love of mine. This is probably one of those Scentsy regrets. I really thought this was going to come in the catalog. How naive was I? It did not ever come back. This one has like an icy cool peppermint. There's sugar. There's like a musk, an icy musk. This performs so nicely in the warmers. If you could imagine a mix of Silver Bells with a little bit more peppermint behind it, then that's Candy Cane Wishes, and there's a sweetness to this. So nice. So my goal would be at least to finish half of this and maybe the other half next year. 2 more. I have Sweet Orange Pomander. I pulled this because I am trying to finish off bricks that are, almost there. This one is a great performer. It says Sweet Orange Pomander, and the notes are clove, cinnamon stick, and orange, but there's really hardly any orange. So if you're missing the orange, you could add an orange, like a sun-kissed citrus, a sparkling spice citrus, something like that. But I usually just warm this almost in an overnight or an entranceway warmer, and I just let it go for like a week. No joke, I let it go for a long time because it's a great long-lasting scent. It reminds me of a variation of clove and cinnamon, which is a very long-lasting scent as well. Not in a brick, just in the regular clams. And for my mixer brick, I have vanilla bean buttercream. I picked this up in November of last year. I try to pick it up in advance so it cures well, because sometimes vanilla-based scents need a little extra time to kind of come to their full potential. So This one is, I always like to open them, but this one unfortunately cracked in shipping, which is okay. It smells so good. It's like a decadent rich vanilla buttercream. The other thing I will mention is we are getting the brick release later this month, so I will be adding more to my collection, and I'll probably add some of those to be warmed with these. So I do know that I do want to get through some bricks. So far I think I've worked through 11 this year. My goal is at least 12, but I prefer to work through 15. So I would like to finish 4 more if possible. So anyway, I've been doing well not buying too many more, but I would like to dwindle that stash down a little bit more. So thanks for spending the last few minutes with me. Did you see any of your favorites here? And let me know if you did. And if you have one that you really can't stand, I'm okay hearing about that too. I will put the pictures up of those brick cube equivalents. Hopefully that will help you. Take care, and I will see you guys in the next one.